Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rohit, and in this video we are going to talk about that how you can configure Webhook for WhatsApp API. So in our last video we talked about that how you can send the message to particular user using the Postman tool. But in this video we are going to talk about that how you can configure that Webhook so that you can receive message in your API. So let's say that if you see here, this is the number, particular number, and I have two number. One is the production number. This is the production number, and this is the test number. So these two number actually does not exist or does not install any WhatsApp. So these are programmatically we can send through the token. We can send particular target user. We can directly send the message. Whenever someone reply on top of that message, let's say that when I send some message and then the recipient replies some message called I'm not happy with this product or any kind of feedback they want to provide or any conversation they want to do that is not possible to somebody manually do that will be done through the programmatically from the scripting purpose, right? So that's the reason we have to receive whenever somebody reply on that we need to check in our script that what message we are receiving from the customer, and based on that from the scripting we also had to be response to the customer, like if you don't like my product, what is the issue on our product. So they will send again some question and then I will reply that. So this all these things will be happen through our side as a programmer from the scripting purpose or through the scripting. So there is no physical WhatsApp will be installed to this number or maybe WhatsApp business installed to this number. So this will be done through the programmatically. For that we need to configure the webhook, and to demonstrate this whole process I am not going to write any scripting at that moment because a different person used different language, different person used different kind of set of tools. So I am going to use the generic tools. The very generic tools is the Postman. Using this Postman, I am going to send some message to that actual end user, and then I am going to use the another website called Webhook site. Using that, I will receive the message in this website. But I'll show you that how you can actually programmatically implement these things in your actual environment through this demonstration. So let's get started. So if I go back to my Facebook developers site, here my apps, this is the app we have created in last sessions. So I'm just little bit doing quick things. So here we have a WhatsApp. Under this WhatsApp we have a API setup. Using that we can send the message, right? So we know how to send the message, but I'm just again repeating that how we can send the message. To sending the message we have a temporary token, and if we want to generate the permanent token, definitely we can generate the permanent token. Now for this I will select my test number. This is my test number, and for this test number I have this is the endpoint. I have to copy this endpoint and go back to the Postman, paste here, and then here I need to open this post method, and then the authorization section I'll copy this one, and here under this authorizations header I'll paste here, and this I'll copy this token and paste that. Apart from that we have to put another header, let's say that content type, and let's paste there. So this is our content type, and the content type will be application/json. So we'll copy that and then paste here, and then after that we have to go to this body. We have to select raw, we have to select JSON, and then we need to copy and paste this message. So let's go back and then paste here. So the expectation is that whenever I click the send button, right, so this send button, I should be able to receive a message to this mobile number, right? So I open this WhatsApp in my, so you can see this is the WhatsApp web I have opened, and this 9593 is nothing but our WhatsApp API provider number. So I am expecting that I should be able to receive a message from here, right? So if you see that 9593, if I go back here under this here, so 9593 is nothing but our test number. From here I should be able to receive that. So let's go back to the Postman and hit send button. So once I hit the send, I got a 200, and let's open to this WhatsApp, and you can see I have not received any message. But in earlier video you will be able to see that I am receiving that all the messages, right? Why I am not receiving any messages? Because the reason I am not receiving any message, because this is not my first conversation with this user. So this number, like this is the my number, right? Here I'm not sending the first time message. So this template or this status, like this is the type of the syntax is only applicable for first time message. But if you see that I already sent a message to this mobile call hi through another API, hi Rohit, and that's the reason I am not the first time I am not sending message to this mobile number. I already a existing customer, this is my existing customer, and that's the reason I cannot use this template anymore. I need to use the different syntax to send the message. So what is the syntax? I just need to be remove everything here. So it will be like my the messaging product is WhatsApp, 2 is that, and then I need to put the colon and then put the text and then colon. I need to declare another JSON, and here I need to define the body, and then here I can put any message. So this is second message. I can put anything, and then once we click send now, I got a 200 as well as a pop-up came up. So if I open that, you can see that I have received a message. So the template or the syntax, the template is the first time when you are sending some message to the customer. Once customer replies something, they initiated something, then you cannot use this template anymore. Template is not valid for you anymore. Then you need to use this syntax called text and body, and then you can send the message, right? All right, so we are able to send the message to the customer, this customer. So let's say that customer go and reply something called I need. So they just send the message, but how I receive this message or how I check that customer reply something, right? For that reason, we need to configure the webhook. So let's go back to our uh, WhatsApp. Here we have another options called configuring webhook. You can see that configure webhook. So you can simply click here, or else in the left side you have a configure options. Here you can define your webhook. So webhook is nothing but a API where we are going to send some message, or whenever customer replies something, we'll send this message to that our API or the third party. How do we do that? For that reason, I am using this Webhook site. So this site have a publicly available, because I don't want to do any kind of coding. So that's the reason I am using this Webhook site, which can help me to generate a Webhook URL. I'll copy simply this Webhook URL, and then here I will edit here and then paste this URL. So whenever I will receive all these message will be sent to my number, the test number, I will send all these messages to this website, and there will be a verification token. So you can put any token number here, and then once you click the verify and save, you will normally get an error. But if you see this webhook site, you have received a get call, right? So using we have received a get call, and what do we receive? That we receive that token equal to Rohit, and what hub mode is subscribe, and then hub challenges is this one, right? So we have received a message, but here I am not able to add this webhook. Why? Because when I receive that, I am not sending any responses. So this is the endpoint, or this is the method, or this is the data they have sent. So using this WhatsApp, so they have sent this one, but I have not responding anything on behalf of that. So what I have to be response, or what Facebook, whenever they are calling to add this verify and say, what Facebook is expecting, Facebook is expecting this challenges code as a response. So what I'll do, I'll go here and click edit, and here I will content type, I'll change that application slash JSON. So they are expecting some JSON, and what they are expecting this hub challenge. So they are expecting this hub challenge. So we will copy this hub challenge and paste as a response body. All right. So what will be happen whenever I will right now hit this endpoint, right? This API will respond this hub challenge number, right? So let me try to add one more time, and now you can see I have successfully updated this webhook. Now after successfully added this webhook, you have a options called manage. Here you can click these options, and when you want to send this webhook, or when you want to trigger this webhook, right? Our case, whenever I will receive a message, then I need to be sent a webhook call, right? So I will select this message, and then I will just click done. Now what will be happen, let's see, I will open. So right now if you see that there are many call happens during this, so I will just clear my webhook right now. So all this webhook is clear right now, and it is expecting some first call, it is expecting some call. Now let me open my WhatsApp here. So this is the WhatsApp, and then let's say that previously I used to send that I need appointment, but I cannot read because the webhook was not configured. Now when I said that I need appointment again, I'll just copy and paste this message and hit enter. What will be happen? This webhook will be received a call. So this webhook is received a call, and you can see this is the message I have received. You can see I have received a message call. Let's say that I need an appointment. So this is the syntax or body syntax I have received through the webhook. So what happens to that, when customer reply that, it goes to the Facebook server, and Facebook server forwarded this message to these addresses, right? And that's the reason I am able to receive that token. Now what I'll do, let's say I will open this postman here again. So let's say I open my postman here. So this is my postman also, right? So this is the postman and this is the webhook. So let's say that the this is a customer, they send a message that I need an appointment. Now from the script we will read this message called I need an appointment, and then the system will respond that at what time, right? The system will send a message at what time. Whenever I send the message, you will see beep that, and there are also two post call happens. Why? Because one post call for delivery the message, and then one post call for sending the message. So you can see these two webhook call again happen, and then this time the status is sent, and this time this is delivered. Now whenever I will receive, or I will read that message, there will be another webhook call. So I will read this message call at what time, and then if I open my webhook, you can see I have received another call here, call a status, this time is read, right? So I have received a status called read, and this time it's saying that the message also showing right now. Now what we'll do, let's say that I reply that at 3:30 p.m. So once I hit enter at 3:30 p.m., system will again call another webhook call, and this will see that at 3:30 p.m. they are looking for. So programmatically, this all these things will be happen, and then again through the postman, here it will be say that okay, you're confirm, and then once you click send button, you can see there are two post call again happens, and then I am receiving this message. So this way, from the systematically, from the scripting purpose, we can do this here we can say the thanks. Once we say the thanks, this message will be again going to this webhook call here. So this is the webhook call, another webhook call here, I have received a message called thanks. So this way you can combine this webhook and then postman tools, and then you can programmatically send and receive the message through the WhatsApp API. So let's say that you are using that JavaScript, or maybe you are using Node.js, I don't know what, or maybe Python. I don't know which programming language you are using or you are going to be used, but depending on what programming language you are using, you need to have two mechanisms. One is the postman, like this one, so that you can send a message, so you can trigger or sending the message, and another you need to create a webhook mechanism so that you can receive the message. So receiving the message, you need to build a mechanism called webhook so that you can receive the message, and then for sending the message you need to do the postman mechanism so that you can send the message. And inside that you need to build that if and else logic, that based on this, based on the request what respond you need to be sent, that you need to configure in your coding, like in Node.js or maybe Python. So that's it for today. If you have any question, let me know in my comment section. Thank you very much. Have a great day.